August 23rd, Selectmen's meeting, 4 p.m.
We got a situation going on this parade, so I can't stay long, but, no, you can ride up to, Short Street if you wanna go up by that fence where you were talking about.
You can ride down to an artery on bicycle?
Yeah, yeah, I confirmed that, pedestrian and bicycle traffic's not a problem.
I thought so. I don't understand it. They don't want anybody getting out to a rocket launches or anything like that.
I know.
I'm not kidding.
No, I believe it, yeah, I believe it. You know, it always surprises me of how open that gate is on McIntyre, right? Today. It's surprising, it's just,
You go up there on top of the hill, right up on top here.
Yep.
And I've been telling this to I was telling this to the commander years ago on security. Is that, look, someone with just a rifle standing right there, right in his truck, could take out the pilot to that airplane. Just like that. You know, and well, we'll take our chances, is that they always say, why don't we close it down?
yeah.
All right, 4 o'clock, 3:59. We'll have a pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all very much. On the agenda, under new business, we have the air show closures, and Chief Billiger was here. He'd like to put on it right, we're going to take that up right now.
So for the air show, Friday, September 10th, between 1:30 p.m. and 4:30 p.m., they're requesting that we shut down McIntyre between Little Bay and Newington Road, and Arboretum at Short Street. And one of the reasons why is, I guess there's FAA regulations regarding motor vehicle traffic going around a section. I don't know whether they call it a site or hot zone type deal, is that they need these roads closed down. So that's Friday, 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., Saturday the 11th, and Sunday the 12th of September. They're requesting that it's closed between 2:30 p.m. and 5 p.m. So at first we weren't anticipating that Friday, because it's a practice day. Evidently they're opening up to retired personnel. So it's going to be a little busy on that day, so we'll be putting officers on detail rate over in those two spots to monitor, to close the roads on Friday and monitor the traffic.
So McIntyre is going to be closed
Yes.
all 3 days as well as the others.
Yeah. So DOT is going to be putting out a sign on Newington Road. I requested it be put out down by the tennis courts a week in advance.
Okay.
Obviously, we'll be doing some postings on our Facebook and our website as well. Martha and I have been in communication anyways regarding letters going out to the residents.
Good. Yeah, I don't think put on that.
So I think people will be well informed, even with the roadsides, but at least a couple of days ahead as well, just to let them know.
The show is all 3 days? I know it just...
No, so it's not Friday, again, it's Friday's a practice day, but they're also letting retired military personnel in.
Okay.
So it's almost like a special day.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Saturday, Sunday, the full days. With Arboretum, what I would like to do is close that off when you get to the circle, is to close at the circle towards Arboretum, so we're not letting traffic come down at all. And then keeping the gate closed on Nimble Hill. That could alleviate a lot of problems. People parking on the sides of the road, watching it, a lot of congestion. I've had numerous requests from residents regarding pedestrian bicycle traffic up to Short Street, and I confirmed today that that's not going to be a problem.
Oh, good. Good.
So it's just pretty much cars. Also for the show, I ordered extra temporary no parking signs. You know, the orange signs we put out for the road races.
Right.
We're going to be putting them all along Newington Road, McIntyre Road, and up Nimble Hill as well. So.
Mike, you got any questions?
No, you need a motion, I'll make the motion.
A motion's made, second, Dennis?
Yeah, just a couple of points. Are they closing down Route 33? Are they closing down 95? Because they're both within the same area of the end of the runway as what Arboretum Drive is.
Yeah, so no. The flow of traffic for southbound traffic on 16, they're gonna have them take two exits. Exit 3 and exit 1, they get to the air show. They're encouraging traffic with road signs that come exit 1 northbound and get off on Gosling to go down Peach Boulevard and take a left or a right for your parking, so.
So the second question is that, is the wildlife refuge people been notified to know it's gonna be closed?
I have not notified them, I will make a call this week with them.
Yeah, okay. You made a motion to second it, no further discussion, all in favor? Mr. Marconi, Connors?
And we might just need a roll call because.
Yeah, roll call, Mr. Marconi, Mr. Connors, all set, okay. That it, chief?
That's it,
Okay,
I'll keep you appraised of what's going on down there.
thank you. Minutes of August 2nd, 2021. Second, discussion. All those in favor? Roll call. Marconi, Connors, yes. Manifest, $378,981.66 dated August 5th, 21. $246,978.71 dated August 12th. And $35,309.70 dated 8/19/21. I'll accept the motion.
So moved.
Seconded. Discussion. Roll call. Mr. Marconi.
Yes.
Connors, yes. All right, we've taken care of the number one on the new business, the air show. Eversource damage settlement agreement.
The board has received a letter from our attorney stating that the agreement is in fine shape. And Mr. Hebert and I recommend that the board approves it and authorizes the chair to sign.
We need a motion on that, right?
Yes, please.
Mr. Marconi,
Motion, I'd like to speak to it.
and I'll second it, you can speak to it, please.
Okay, it's a recommendation of the planning board chairman and Martha that we go ahead and sign this, everybody's agreed to it. Does the attorneys review it, our attorneys review the paperwork?
Yes, and Mr. Radigan has approved it, Mike, it's in the packet here.
That's fine, then, okay, that's all the question I had, and I'm ready to go.
Okay. Mr. Marconi,
Yes.
Connors, yes. Okay. Prime certification, temporary alternative duty policy, reaffirmation. This is a policy that Martha and the town has, that if somebody's injured, they can come back to work on a lighter duty, basically light duty, is it Martha?
Right, and it's state law that we are required actually to make sure employees come back, that they're offered an opportunity to. And in order to get our prime certification and our discount on insurance, it's important that we review these annually.
I'll entertain a motion. Mr. Marconi, seconded by Connors. Roll call, Mr. Marconi.
Yes.
Connors, yes.
Thank you.
Old business, Hannah Lane drainage.
We, Selectman Blonigan and I and Eric Weinrub and Dennis Moulton from Altus Engineering and Amy Abbott and Mr. Byron all met out at Hannah Lane last week to review the work that Barassa had done. There are some changes that the Abbotts would like to the trench. They would like it to be a more gentle slope so that they can mow it, and I believe I've sent all of those requests on to the board for your review. As soon as the engineer develops a revised plan showing these changes and the Abbotts are on board with it all, we'll be sending it to the board for your consideration. No action requested today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Martha.
Peas Greeters.
In the board's packet, you have the agenda item and minutes of the, packet agreement about the Peas Greeters. It appears from reviewing the packet that they are back in action at Peas.
Very good, that's good. I think that'll make a lot of people happy, and they've been a great asset to the Seacoast and to the military coming back.
Very happy about that, that's good
Good,
news.
so we need a motion to just information.
Just information, thanks.
Great, that's wonderful, thank you. Arboretum Drive.
I have not heard anything further on Arboretum Drive, but I put it on the agenda, so we kept,
Keep it up and we'll follow up on that, that's
Right.
the paving on it, Michael.
Yeah.
Zip code update.
Mr. Phillips has given you an email that's in your packet under zip code. He has recently used the 03805 Newington zip code for, that I believe was an old Peas zip code, and it was successful. He was able to get packages using that zip code.
Really? That's interesting.
Well, I don't think we can put it out. Well, maybe we won't get any mail, we don't get much of it anyway. I don't,
That used to be to directly, there was like a post office
on the base.
distribution sent, like a mail room, and there was hundreds, if not thousands, of boxes for all the different airmen. And that's where it would go into that specific post office. And it used to be behind the dining hall, which is now all demolished. But that's where it used to go, but I don't know why we can't have our own. This is a safe, Mark Phillips addressed it really well. He
Yeah.
copied me on it. He addressed it really, really well. We've got to get the naming of streets down better than what they're doing, and I believe the past planner didn't do the job correctly. She probably checked only for the city of Portsmouth.
You're
didn't-
talking about the Portsmouth plan, not
Yes.
one of the clarifications.
I didn't say what planner, I said a planner. Our planner's doing a good job. But getting emergency vehicles, I mean, getting someone else's mail is bad, and then I'm sure they're getting his mail in the other way around, but emergency vehicles going to these places could be a real problem.
Any suggestions, Michael?
Well, I thought we addressed this about 2 months ago, and we applied to the United States Postal Department, and they refused to give us our own zip code.
Right,
Now I didn't realize that we had this other zip code that was still workable, as according to Mark. We can readdress it if you'd like, Mr. Chairman, by sending another letter to the postal person involved and saying, we have a zip code currently, why can't we use it? Just see what they say.
I mean, that'd be a suggestion, maybe take a generic letter and send it to the post office, but send it to our senators and congressmen. And to say, you know, this was turned down within the last few months, and this is what's happening, and it's being compounded. And a copy to the city manager in Portsmouth. Because that seems to where the thing is, pardon?
I see, that's an excellent idea, I like that idea.
Yeah, I just, that Mrs. Lamb wrote that he addresses it, I know her, she's an older woman, she's lived there, as he said, for 50 years on Hudson Lane. She's gonna be all screwed up.
Is it too late to ask Portsmouth to rename that street, the one they just named? Because they just did it.
We have,
Yeah,
and they,
the planner said, or as he alluded to in the letter, she said she had the authorization to do it. I don't think she did, but that's why I said send a letter to her. If nothing there, maybe have it turned over to the attorney and have them.
Pursue it, yeah.
I wonder if we have any teeth, because there's actually an RSA out there about naming streets.
Right.
That hasn't been followed. I wonder if we should do it that way.
Well, I think shoot everybody, shoot a letter to everybody, ask them to review it and get back. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Huh? No?
I agree, Ted, that's a good idea.
and point out to the RSA, even say to the post, say to the
Right.
post office and everything, these things
Yeah.
should have not, have been.
It's all in
Ignore it.
Mark's email,
Mark,
so,
you did a
yeah.
hell of a job on the
Yeah.
email, of
Yeah.
spelling it out, I just use that as a thing to see if we can do it again. I hate to put that on, but I think we should. Do you agree, Mike?
Yes, sir, I agree totally with that.
Thank you.
Ted, what about Secretary of State Gardner? He's the enforcer of the RSA's, is he not, for the state?
Attorney General is.
Well, I thought Secretary was for the RSA's.
Election law,
Huh?
Election law,
would be,
okay.
Yeah.
right.
So I'm not sure, Attorney General either, I'm not sure which one would be in this case, all right.
Oh, we can send a copy of it all to the Attorney General.
Because if we,
Exactly.
this is not good for Portsmouth or for us.
Right. Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
And I think too, when that RSA was put in effect, you know, who knows when that was, but this is a different era we're in now with all of the packages and all of the, everything. You know, it's a lot more,
Yeah, I agree.
everything, you know?
I didn't look. Okay, that's what we'll do, we'll just
Okay.
do it everybody. Okay. Next item is, Sprague.
Yes, the, Attorney Block from representing Sprague has signed off on the settlement agreement regarding the abatement request. And, I would recommend that the board move forward and approve the settlement agreement.
Michael, you there, you make a motion?
Yes, motion made.
Seconded by Connors. The settlement would have about a, what, 40 cents effect on the tax rate? Or would it be that high?
I would say 20 cents.
20 cents?
Yeah.
Question, Mr. Chairman,
Please.
are we allowed to let the chairman sign the paperwork, or we all have to sign it also?
Yes, if you could authorize the chair to sign, that would be great, thank you.
I'd like to amend my motion to so state that, please.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome, Mr. Chairman. I can always count on you being here, Ted.
Being where? Behind the 8 ball or what?
Do roll call.
Right there, like I said, you're always right there. My father used to say to me, you're right there.
All right, we'll have a roll call. Mr. Marconi?
Yes.
Mr. Connors? Yes. Anything else on that, Eleanor?
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, I don't know.
Ted, how much was the settlement for? Do we have to give them back, you know? Is there a dollar amount, or is it,
I'm sorry.
How much was the settlement?
this settlement? Do we have to pay them back some money, I assume?
No, just moving forward, we agreed on.
Right.
Right, it's about $4 million, difference that we settled at 2 roughly. And so just moving forward, we have to worry about that.
I was just kinda curious what.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was,
Everybody wants a baby, even Eversource, they put something in for $50 million, and then they're coming back to you and saying, well, it's not worth that much. I'm talking about the new power lines.
so we spent several hours negotiating with that.
Well, I remember, I mean,
Yeah, you
I wasn't there, but I knew you were
were,
doing it.
yeah, Kid Morrow did an excellent job of handling it and working it out. I'm glad it's over. Next
bet you
case.
I
You
bet
know
you
what?
are.
I apologize.
It was 10 minutes, we were different.
And it was, I'm sorry, it was 6 million, but we will be giving a check to Sprague for the 2 years. This was a December 2019 tax bill, supplemental tax
Right.
bill that went out. And Sprague and our assessors disagreed, and in the end, we were
I
at
can't remember
4
what the,
million.
yeah, 4,700,000 and.
Increase, right, for
Yeah.
a new value.
Right.
So
So
there
it was a
will
4
be,
million increase in their value? I don't-
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
I thought you
as
said,
of December, they have added some
Yeah.
pieces onto the tank farm, so all good.
Okay. Anything else on it? Else on that?
Thank you.
have we stopped the stink? You know what I'm talking about.
Next.
No, I'm talking about,
I know what you're talking about.
oh, is that still going on? Oh, God.
The rubber. Anything else we got?
The Nimble Hill Road paving,
Oh,
just
yes.
this afternoon, we received a second quote paving from Barasa Construction. They came in at $43,897, and for the work, this is for Nimble Hill Road, from basically the school parking lot up to Fox Point, and $22,759 for the 2022 final top coat. Bell and Flynn had already quoted $38,442 and $19,128 for next spring, so they were the low bid by about $8,000.
$8,000. You hear that, Michael, all set?
Yes, sir, I'll make a motion that we approve Bell and Flynn.
Okay,
And authorize the chair to sign?
Absolutely, man, I'll amend it to make sure that the chairman can sign this too.
all right.
He's not that busy.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. I'll second it. Well, the roll call, Mr. Marconi,
Yes.
Mr. Connors, yes. Ellen, okay? All right, so we got that. Anything else?
I believe Mr. Marconi had a question or a thought about solar.
The lights came on, Mike?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, before we got the COVID situation hit town, we were in the process of discussing a possible solar array at the transfer station to produce enough energy to offset the cost of the town buildings and all our energy costs.
Right.
And I happened to be talking to a gentleman, I won't use his name at this moment, but he is the solar energy expert as assessing. And he said there's a lot of new programs out there offering to municipalities if they're interested in doing that to help them get into the solar energy cost reduction for the towns. And I thought maybe we might want to reach out, first maybe think about maybe putting a committee together, 1, 2, 3 people, and reaching out and see if there's some avenue of helping the town reduce the cost of all electricity for our fire, police, utility buildings and everything else. So I just wanted to raise the issue with you and see how you felt about that.
I think it's an excellent idea. I know we pursued it, it got kind of shot down because of the COVID and everything else. Yeah, I'd like to pursue that again. Maybe if you got some recommendations to come in with names or whatever, we can work around that.
Okay.
I'd be happy to work on that. I think it's good for the town, and we talked about it up at the recycling center and like that.
Well, I appreciate your input, Mr. Chairman. I don't know how big the array would be needed for the energy savings for the town, but where we had leveled off that land behind the right-hand side of this transfer station, that would be an ideal location for it. It wouldn't be in the way of the planes, and that would get plenty of solar energy most of the day. And I think that the cost of the town would be minimal. We maybe have to have some what do you call seed money to get it going, but I don't think it'd be a lot of money. So what I'd like to do is maybe talk to you again about it and see if I can get some people in town to help me work with it. I know there was some interest from some other people in town, and off the top of my head don't remember who they are. But I will put the feelers out through the neighborhood if that's okay with you.
Fine, thank you. Excellent.
Okay.
And yeah, anything else? But the only thing that, Michael, is we discussed at the meeting a while ago about this tax exemption for new businesses and expansion of businesses coming down. This is gonna be probably under discussion. I know we reviewed it at the Selectmen the other day with Mr. Blonigan and like that, and seemed to be enthusiastic. So we're gonna start pursuing it with the Economic Development Committee on Thursday night to see if it gets going, and then we'll expand it and have it adopted by the Selectmen, and then expand it for the next town meeting. So it's just this is just for informational only.
Okay, I got a question for you, if I may.
Yeah,
Has the state passed the RSA to implement the 5-year program?
yes,
They amended it.
yeah, we're still pursuing, and we're on top of it. The Karen Anderson's got a good handle on it, and we will have that all and a nice brief for us, probably the next meeting or so.
Right, I think that's a fantastic idea, because I think that'll generate more interest into getting things done for the town and help us keep the tax rate down.
Yeah, and it'll probably help us expedite, maybe the credit union and like that, if they find out, they might put a little fire to get them going a little sooner, and like that. So we'll take it from there, and that'll be discussion of the economic development on Thursday night.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, anything else?
That's all I have.
Motion to adjourn, you're always great at that, Mike.
Absolutely, I'd like motion to adjourn the meeting, madam.
Thank you. We need a roll call, Eleanor? We need a
Yes.
roll call.
Yes.
You need a second.
Well, I got the second, me.
Okay.
Yeah. You, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Ted Connors, yes. Mike Marconi, yes. It was a unanimous vote by all in attendance. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.